When I say that this relationship is going to pick up, not where you left off, but in this whole new energy, you're not even ready for it, okay? This person is literally working their way up to being that King of Cups energy. And if you know anything about tarot by now, King of Cups is this energy of emotional intelligence, emotional safety, vulnerability, right? Just being emotionally safe is such a game changer than what it is that you've been used to. Interestingly enough, King of Swords just came through. Few things that can happen from this card. We're going to give it a little bit more meaning. I'm just literally getting started. So if you're here, this was meant to find you. Wow. Okay. And so in this context, the King of Swords is coming up as the archetype of communication, clarity through communication. And so what we're seeing is that this person is actually working on how it is that they're going to bring you that clarity through a communication, through a conversation, sorry. Yeah, there's forward movement here. Chariot's coming through, Eight of Pentacles. They're observing their patterns. They're working on themselves. King of Swords always brings this like energy of like clearing the air. I had to think about it. I'm just diving into this like channel right now, but it's about clearing the air. They're coming in with an offer. They're coming in with something that feels very divine. It feels like it's coming from their intuition, from their heart. Okay, there's a lot of heartfelt energy right now. The clarity that they're going to come and bring you is going to come through a very healing conversation about moving forward. And the way that they're showing up, again, wow, you guys are matching each other. Look at this. This feels like it's a match. It is a match. And again, that Chariot really brings a lot of consistency in that forward movement. It feels grounded. It feels calculated. It doesn't feel misaligned here. And this person is moving away from this dynamic of emotional avoidance towards you, towards consistency, towards like just emotional connection, literally the opposite. It feels fair. It feels reciprocal. It feels like you're going to get what it is that you deserve and what you wanted, and you're not going to have to fight for it. It feels very like there's a new flow to this dynamic. It feels very safe. It feels like this person is coming in with a really changed mindset. Like they've been consistently observing themselves, and now they're wanting to bring in that consistency and that reciprocity to the relationship. They're really pouring into the relationship. Again, it just feels like divine timing. It feels like whatever sacred pause that needed to happen, I'm going to call it a sacred pause, even if you're like, this no contact feels brutal. Let's be real, it's not always ideal. Sometimes it's necessary. Contrast creates clarity, and I always say that. And for some people, the contrast is going to create clarity in what it is that you want and deserve, and you're going to go work on yourself and find it elsewhere. Remember, this is a generalized reading, so depending on the dynamic and the toxicity, this might not be for you. And there's only one way to find out. You're going to book a reading, whether it's with me or with somebody else. Look what's peeking here. We're just going to grab this because Four of Wands really does represent, and it came out with the Hierophant, which was the card that came out right before. So we're talking about a connection that feels very divined. Divined. Am I okay? I'm not okay because this is a beautiful reading. Divined. It's divined. It's aligned. Divined and aligned. Divined. But this is no joke, right? This has major legs. We're talking about marriage, long-term commitment, stability, building a life together. Like this is how this person sees you. And I love that the Seven of Swords is now in reverse here, because it really does show somebody that is moving away from emotional avoidance, hiding certain truths, to bringing in clarity, bringing in justice, bringing in reciprocity, and giving you the love that you deserve. This is literally the premise of this reading. I love this. And this keeps coming through. I don't know if you guys noticed. This keeps coming through. This reading has been non-stop. You felt really betrayed by this person. This is no joke, okay? So we're not going to deny that this person most likely left you out in the cold and left you feeling confused and left you questioning your worth, questioning what you thought you had. It felt confusing. You were stuck in this lack of clarity, and that's probably where you are now. Oh, okay. Ace of Pentacles. And what flew out here? I love this. Yeah, so that's all going to end soon. This lack of clarity, this confusion, this feeling of betrayal, abandonment, being left out in the cold. They're making their way toward you now. They're making their way towards a new grounded beginning. And the Ace of Pentacles really does represent something that feels completely stable, grounded, new, slow, intentional. The build is real. There's a lot of real, like, aligned connection cards that are here. Like, this is not a joke. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, right? All of these alignment cards. 1111 might be very significant for you, right? Because this card, right, you see 2 and 2, so it's like 1111. And this card often represents like a very divine union. An aligned union, so we're now matching each other's energy. Coming out with the Hierophant is long-term commitment here. It's almost like past life. It's almost like destined connection. It's giving, we were meant to be together in this lifetime to accomplish a lot. And so for you, if you had to go through the motions of some sort of separation in order to evolve and grow, if that's done correctly, right, and you guys know this, I am a practitioner. If you're crashing out and you're not working on yourself, you're not going to get this result. We have to use our time that we are apart to turn the mirror inward, to work on ourselves, to cultivate better boundaries, to love ourselves more, to see where we were abandoning ourselves along the way. Creating the internal alignment is what's going to create that external alignment. The universe gives us what we are being. If you're self-abandoning, if your boundaries are bad and you're obsessing over the other person and not taking care of yourself, it means that you're outsourcing your validation and your worth. And I'm saying this with love, okay? And that's where it has to stop. That's where the cycle needs to be interrupted. That's why you're going to experience these types of breakdowns so that you can get back to yourself, okay? And you guys can check out the Relationship Reset Workshop if you're wanting to double down on healing your inner child, building self-worth, understanding the neuroscience of manifestation and alignment and how to create that alignment in your relationships. I explain all of that there. But for this reading, this collective, it's like the inner work is paying off. You know, you're pouring into yourself. Yeah, this person knew the second that they walked away that there was a lot of good there. They weren't walking away because it wasn't good. There's something that needed to heal. There's a completely new, fresh start that is on the way. Look at this beginning energy here. I'm going to leave this here. This is beautiful. And of course, I love to feed your delusions, but I'm also pragmatic and a practitioner that teaches people how to heal from unhealthy relationship cycles and to create this kind of alignment. It doesn't happen by sheer luck. It happens by internal alignment. And so the internal alignment comes through the work that you're going to do within your own relationship to self. All right? So link in bio to check out my services. This is my only account. Don't be fooled by scammers. I will not DM you a link of any sort. So be mindful. All right?